Thank you, Chair Reed, committee members of the committee. I'm Representative Lou Frederick from North and Northeast Portland District 43. I represent several neighborhoods that are affected by this project, and all of the neighborhood associations in my district oppose the project as currently conceived. I've talked about that before, but I want to put some of my and my neighbors' objections into the record right now. Now, I want to say one thing right off the top. I'm not defending the status quo. We do need to address the congestion issues in this corridor, but that means thinking not just of building a bridge, but of moving people, whether by train, plane, and automobile, or by bike or foot, or moving freight by rail, barge, plane, and by truck. There are better plans already developed, and they also put people to work in construction and related activities, but without the potential devastating impacts on local congestion. And that is one of the key elements that is not brought up here, but my district, we bring it up quite a bit. My district is burdened with the highest rate of asthma in the state, doubling the national average. That's partly because it is bounded by freeways on two sides. My district includes neighborhoods that were decimated by the construction of those freeways in another era. Congestion anywhere from the Washington border to the Markham Bridge and anywhere from the airport to the Markham Bridge affects the air quality in my district. Note that the effects on health in my district do not stop at the Fremont Bridge. In fact, the area around the Rose Quarter and Broadway is as serious a bottleneck as Interstate Bridge itself. More complicated, but serious. Those fumes waft into my district all the time. The new bridge, as currently conceived, does nothing about it, and in fact, credible analysis indicates that it would make it worse. At best, it has been estimated to decrease travel time from Washington to downtown Portland by a minute or two. Meanwhile, it would consume all highway resources for a long time into the future, precluding measures to address the bottleneck that feeds pollution into the air in my district. This project, in my view, fails to address and answer the right questions. Do we need to move more freight? Then why aren't we fixing the issue with the railroad bridge issue? Straightening the route for barges and facilitating rail traffic from the port. Is the issue the length and frequency of the bridge lifts? Then again, we should be addressing the railroad bridge. Is the issue reducing congestion? That requires a system-wide approach. Merely connecting a bigger pipe to a smaller one doesn't put more water through the smaller pipe. This could bring more traffic into Northeast Portland, making the bottleneck even worse. Are we worried about the effect of a seismic event on the existing bridge? Well, yes, that is a problem, and it's a problem that can be addressed more inexpensively than this project. If reducing congestion is a goal, this project doesn't make it. If moving freight or facilitating commerce is a goal, this project doesn't make it. We are talking about environmental justice in my district. It is a matter of life and death in many cases. Not as understood, environmental justice is understood in the 1950s when the interstate system was conceived and built. But we're also talking about facilitating commerce, and that's not served, in my view, by this district. We don't need a monument. We need solutions. I think that sunk cost is driving this project at this time. It is never too late to change directions if you're on the wrong road. And this, I believe, is the wrong road, with risks that have already been predicted. And frankly, we need to pay attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative Frederick.